Good afternoon, sports fans, and welcome once again to East Kentwood High School, where we are about to start our middle school meet today. And it is our first event of the day, the one and only heat of the 200-yard medley. We'll get to that here in just a second. All right, sorry about that, folks. Is taking a look at who we have here as the Grand Haven squad is going to be in lanes 3, 5, and 7. 3 is their B, 5 is their A, 7 is their C. The Falcons, A is in lane 4 and B is in lane 5. As we are now transitioning into the Butterflyers here. Grand Haven with a actually, yeah, I think he breaststroke pulled to begin with. Not sure if that will be legal or not legal. We'll have to get back to that. Here could be a deke in one of the lanes there. I'm not 100% sure. Thank you, Coach. We'll get back to that one for you, though. All right, let's take a look at the names. It is in lane number 1, it's Bynick, Arts, Wharton, Bickley, and Frazier. Lane number 4, it's Wells, Perez, Lisea, Rasmus, and Hess. Lane number 5, it's Hauser, Bryden, Miller, Wilgenberg, and Bolton. Lane number 6, it's Chana and Scheim, Purton, and Slivo. And finally, in lane number 7, it's Carter, Japkis, Brown, and Fuzz Skakuglia. And it is winning in lane number 4. Congratulations to the Falcons team, who goes 2:07.61. But that can't be right because they're still swimming. They still might win, though, and it looks like they did. All right, so the Falcons win it, going 2:35.88. That team consists of Henry Wells, Christian Perez, Lisea, Silas Rasmus, and Elijah Hess. Congratulations. Second place with a time of 2:36.18 is the Grand Haven B. That's unusual that the B beat the A. It could be we don't have an official time yet. We're still waiting for it as we still have a swimmer in the water, so we'll have to get back to you as soon as I know this for sure. And you can also follow this on Meet Mobile. We thank you for joining us here. My executive producer and director, Chase Joseph, is working on trying to get the second camera ready, so we do apologize for that. I think I know what's the issue. We'll have to get back to it. So, all right. And there was a mistake. So first place actually did go, and I apologize for this. It went to the Grand Haven A, the team of Elliot Hauser Bryden, Valerian Miller, Jack Wilgenberg, and Soren Bolton. Congratulations, as they actually got the first place in that one. So we're still not sure where the snafu is coming, but the scoreboard looks good. And now we're on to event number 2. Our next event here is the 200 freestyle, and it will be Charlie Wiseman for Grand Haven in lane number 1. Ben Alabasic is in lane number 2. Luke Radke is in lane number 3 for Grand Haven. Henry Wells is in lane number 4 for East Kentwood. Levi Ruster is in lane number 5 for Grand Haven. Jack Bacon is in lane 6 for Kentwood. And finally, Liam Deaton is in lane 7 for Grand Haven. 200 yards, which is the equivalent of 4 laps and 8 wall touches. For those of you new to the sport of swimming, thank you for joining us here at East Kentwood High School in the KPS Aquatic Center. At the first 50, it is 28:30 by Levi Ruster and 28:69 by Luke Radke. Third place will be Liam Deaton. So it's right now a Grand Haven 1, 2, 3. As they are coming up right now, and I did not want to do this today, but it looks like I'm going to have to add another camera here, as Chase is still struggling with our second camera. We will make that preset 2. Then we'll come back to 1, make sure I got a 2, and we'll have the scoreboard at the end. So we'll try to do the best we can here. I will definitely be swapping this up and going with a higher camera angle for the high school meet if we cannot get the second camera to work. It is still Ruster over Radke going 133.07 at the halfway mark to 136.82. And it looks like here comes our winners. Let's go back and see this one here. And taking it with a time of 2:06.17, that's Levi Ruster with a 33.1 split on the last 50. Second place will go to Luke Radke, who goes a fine 2:13.46. Third place is Liam Deaton, who goes 2:29.06. Fourth place, 2:32.54, is Henry Wells. Let's quickly take a look at the scoreboard here so you guys can get us a chance here to see the official times and finals. Fifth place is Wiseman, who goes 2:51.72. Sixth and seventh places are coming in right now. Will it be Alabasic or Beacon? And there it is. So nicely done. And that will move us on to all 7 are best times, I'm hearing from Coach Ambrose. Now we are into the 100-yard IM. I'll get through the lineups here for you in just a second. And we're off here. So our list, it's Logan Bynick is in lane number 1 for Grand Haven. Josh Barnes is in lane number 2 for Kentwood. Will Campbell is in lane number 3 for Grand Haven. Christian Perez Alicia is in lane number 4 for the Kentwood squad. Bray Lung is in lane 5 for Grand Haven. Silas Rasmus is in lane 6 for Kentwood. And Griffin Brown is in lane 7. Congratulations to Will Campbell. He goes 109.60 for first place. Christian's going to get second with 113.69. Let's take a look real quickly at the scoreboard. We're still trying to iron out a few of the issues. All right, this is heat number 1 of the 50 free. It's Grayson Tinkelberg in lane number 3. All right, congratulations to Grayson, who goes 46.43 to win the first heat. In the second heat, it is going to be Fusa Skukaguglia from Grand Haven. Matthias Hutz in lane number 3 for Kentwood. Bode Ertz is in lane number 4 for Grand Haven. Also from Grand Haven in lane 5, it's Joel Frazier. Gus Purton is in lane number 6 for Kentwood, and Caleb Tjapkis is in lane number 7. Got a late addition coming in here. And we're coming up here on the next start. There it is. All right, folks, I apologize again for the issues that we're having here. As winning this heat, it will be Elliot Hauser Bryden is going to go 26-19. Second place will go to Miller, 29-79. (26-19) wins it, and we're now gonna head down over to diving. And let's see if I can get you the angle for diving. Not going to be a great angle, but I will do my best here, folks. All right, and I can tell you what it is and what the scores are. As Coach Gale has given me we actually have 4 divers. I was told we were only going to have 2, so this is twice as many divers, but still 4 divers doing 5 dives is going to take about a whopping 10 minutes tops. All right, so our first diver is going to be Chase Edwards from Kentwood. He'll be doing dive 201A. If that sounds familiar, get used to it because all 4 divers on their first attempt will be doing dive 201A. That's a back dive, straight position, degree of difficulty 1.7. So we're getting through to the lineup right now. It's Chase Edwards, Ash Ryder, Easton Sturkenberg, and Will Hoffmeyer are our 4 divers coming up here. They are, I believe, inputting the divers into the scoring system. It's one of those Colorado snafu things. But it looks like Coach Graff is almost done here. We'll be waiting for him here. We want to thank you for joining us on our coverage today of Kentwood Middle School versus Grand Haven, as it has been already a lightning fast match. Now, as soon as I conclude the broadcast here, we'll be off the air for about a whopping 30 minutes, and then we'll be back as it will be the Falcons of East Kentwood doing battle with the co-op team from Caledonia, also known as CLS, Caledonia Lowell South Christian. In which case you can see that only one place here exclusively on on the Falcon YouTube Athletic Network. So I'm still not sure what the snafu is. Coach Gale walks down there. He's going to crack some heads and get these guys all taken care of. Look at that, who walks by us. That is the future Spartan, LSA Conda, who is going to be probably a all Big Ten running back within the next 5 years. I am positive of that. He's also a Falcon diver. Also, a couple of the divers. There is one of my favorite names to say and one of my favorite peoples to see, Fidel Byringaro. And then there is the infamous, I was going to say famous, but the infamous Zach Queekle. Please stand by as we're trying to get this. So let me quick answer a question from a person sitting over my shoulder, and I'll be right back on the air before the first dive. Yeah. So I think we're all good right now. We solved all the world's problems right there, Mr. Langash and myself. So if there was world problems anymore, they are gone. And how great of a day is it that not only do we have a doubleheader swim meet, the infamous or famous, I guess this one's more on the famous side, Tessa Brummels is here with us today. Yeah, we'll get a close up of her coming up later. I'll make a zoom one in. She, of course, is one of our junior swimmers for the girls team, and a wonderful young lady and a phenomenal author. And I'm sure you're going to be hearing about her, although she might have some pseudonym name down the road. But a spectacular author I expect you will hear wonderful things from in the future. All right, I'm still waiting to see, as now it's Coach Gale and Brandon. When it was just Coach Graff, I was like, good things might happen. But now Coach Gale's in there. It looks like we're getting closer to having what we need to have so we can move on here. All right. And getting back to Tessa Brummels, it's wonderful. Not only is she a great swimmer and an author, she's going to be a first-year water polo player. She is so excited about starting water polo this year and wants to be a part of the run at the state championship. That, of course, is tongue-in-cheek. I would love it if she does it, but she's a track person in the spring. Can't get everything. All right. So apparently we'll try to figure this out. Do I see the thing here by me, the red triangle? Huh.
It says you're connected, so.
Judges' awards.
But you're seeing something up there, the picture and the little.
It's showing like the little tripod thing on the top of the screen, so it's saying it's connected. So it's connected.
Apologize, we are getting the scores from the judges panels to the computer.
See, Eric was so excited to try
So at
this.
this point in time, 3.5, 3.5, 3.5. Total on the dive, 17.85. Second diver is Nash.
All right, folks. We're still having technical snafus. Let's see who's coming up here. They're still trying to figure out some stuff here, but it's not seem to be working. 3.5, 3 for 17.0. Hoffmeyer is up next, doing the 201A back dive straight position, 1.7. This is the fourth and final diver of their first dive. They'll have 5 rounds. Gets up, gets in, judges scores. 4.5s across the board. 22.95. We're into the second round now. Now it's going to be Chase Edwards doing dive 101A. Forward dive straight position. This has a degree of difficulty of 1.4. Chase on the far board, close to the 3-meter platform. You can see diligently working in the background are the coaches. He gets off the board, still trying to figure out this technical snafu. 3.5, 3, 3, 2 for 31.15. 13.30. Ash is up next from Grand Haven doing the same dive, 101A. That's a forward dive, straight position, 1.4 degree of difficulty. Gets up. Nicely done. Just a slight spread of the feet. 4.5, 3, 3. 16.10. That'll bring us up to Easton from Kentwood doing dive 5211A. That's the back dive half twist straight position. Degree of difficulty here is 1.8. He wastes little time, gets to the end of the board. Gets up, twists slightly. The knees were close to the belly. That's going to probably be about a 3, 3, 2.5 for 15.3. And now we're going to bring up big Will Hoffmeyer doing dive 203C. That's the back 1.5 somersault with a tuck, 2.0 degree of difficulty. This is our highest DD of this middle school diving. Holy cow, Will got up and he knocked it down. Slightly spread of the legs. That's going to cost him some. 4.5s across the board for 27 points. That's Fidel hopes he could get that high. Chase is up. He's going to be doing dive 102C, forward somersault tuck, 1.4 degree of difficulty here. Makes his approach. Gets up, gets in, judges scores. 4, 4, 3.5 for 16.0. Ash will be doing dive 102C, same dive. Forward somersault tuck position, 1.4 on the DD. He's making his way out on the far board right now. Gets up. Oh, had a slight twist on that one. Let's see how that affects him. 3.5s across the board for 14.7. Easton will be doing dive 101C, a forward dive tuck position, 1.2 on the DD scale. Wastes no time, gets it up, knocks it down, judges scores. 2, 3, 2.5, 4, a combined score of 14.0. That's going to bring up Will the Thrill. He's doing 401C, the inward dive tuck, 1.4 degree of difficulty. Quiet, please, is being asked by the coaches. Gets up, knocks it in. Let's await the judges' scores. 4, 5, 4.5 for 18.9. Now we're into the fourth round. We're going to go back up to the top of the lineup. Chase will be doing dive 51-21D. Forward somersault, half twist, free position, 1.7 on the degree of difficulty. Gets up. Place. That's a little bit of a 4-4, 3.5 for 19 point something. And that's going to bring up Ash doing dive, same dive, 51-21D. Forward somersault, half twist, free position, 1.7. Ash is looking to rebound. Had his, not his best dive today on the previous. He comes back. Man, there are a lot of moving parts, but he knocked it home. A pair of 4s and a 3.5, 22.55. Now we're going to go up to Easton doing 102C. Forward somersault. There is a tuck. This has a 1.4 degree of difficulty. Easton makes his way off the board. Gets in. Oh, that one hurt me. Oh. The judges liked it, though. 2, 2.5, 3 for 10.5. Our final dive of the fourth round is Will Hoffmeyer doing dive 103C. Forward 1.5 somersault in the tuck position, 1.6 degree of difficulty. He looks over here, gives me a thumb up and smile. I'm about to cry. He said, "This is in my honor." And he goes in beautifully. Man, I thought that was Elisei Konda for a minute. Tw 21.6. I'll take it now. Thank you. Now we're going to the last round here. It's going to be Chase doing 401C. The first 3 dives are going to be 401C. Chase is doing the inward dive tuck position, 1.4 degree of difficulty. Ash and Easton will be doing the same dive. Gets up, enters. Would have liked to elongated the body slightly. 2-3-3 for 11.2. Ash will be doing that same dive, 401C inward dive tuck position, 1.4. Now you had a good focal point there after we just saw Chase do it. Now Ash gets to the end of the board. Hands it aside, brings him up. Takes a deep breath. Gets up, enters. Oh, that was a nice entry. That looks like a 4.5 to me. 4, 4.5, 3.5, something 0.8. And now it's going to be Easton. We're going to see our final version of 401C. You guys have this down. You won't need me to explain it. Oh, slightly over-rotated, but still a nice dive. Probably a 3, 2.5. 3.5, 3.5, 2. 12.5. And our final dive of the afternoon, it's Will Hoffmeyer doing dive 301C. The reverse dive tuck position, slightly higher DD because it's a reverse dive, 1.6. Will makes his way to the board. Oh, he false started, and that's the big fat ND. That's a no dive. I feel bad for him because he probably was in a position to win that. We'll have the results coming up here in just a moment. For now, we're going to kick it back out to the studios, and we'll have the second half of the meet coming up for you here shortly. Keep it here. All right, sports fans, we do have the results here of the diving. And while I'll get you the scores here in just a moment, I do not have the final scores. I can tell you congratulations goes to Grand Haven's Will Hoffmeyer. Even though he got the no dive on dive number 5, he still had enough points prior to that to win today's diving. So congratulations, Will Hoffmeyer, on winning the diving portion of today's middle school swim meet. All right, our next event when we return here in just a moment is going to be event number 6, the one and only heat of the 50-yard butterfly. And now we're having issues because we're showing Saturday swim meet. There should be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, now they got the names up on the board. So we have Bolton from Grand Haven is in lane 2. Hauser Bryden is in lane number 3, also from Grand Haven. Gus Purton from Kentwood is in lane 4. Wharton Bickley is in lane number 5 from Grand Haven. Hutt from Kentwood is in lane 6. And Bynick from Grand Haven is in lane 7. All right. All right, so we are, and it is our winner out of lane number 3. Congratulations goes to Elliot Hauser Bryden, who drops a time of 29.66. That's a quarter of a second drop to take first place. Wharton Bickley goes 34.11 for second place. That's a time drop. Third place goes to Bolton, 46.63. That's a 3-second drop. Fourth place is Bynick, who goes 47.67. Fifth place is Hutt. He gets a best time of 53.05. Sixth place is Gus Purton, who goes 53.57. That is a quarter of a second drop. So that's awesome, folks. 5 of the 6 swimmers went a personal best. Now we are on the first of 2 heats of the 100-yard freestyle. Ethan Scheim is going to be in lane number 3. Joel Frazier is in lane number 4. And Bodie Arts is in lane number 5. Joel and Bodie are both from Grand Haven. Ethan is from Kentwood. And they're off. 100-yard freestyle. Let's actually see if I can cut this over to catch some of the swim back. They're making their way back this way now. This will be the first 50. At the halfway mark, it is Bodie at 42.26, 42.49 for Frazier. Ethan is at 50.04. On the turn, our leaders are making their way home. Now it's a dogfight. Who's got anything left in the stamina? In the lead right now out of lane 4, it looks like Frazier. Down to the wire it comes, and down goes Frazier with a time of 1:29.16 to take first place. That, folks, is a full second drop and a personal best. Second place goes to Bodie, who drops 4 seconds. And Ethan gets a personal best, 1:46.88. All 3 swimmers with career best times. That is awesome. That's what we like to see. That'll bring us up to the championship heat. We'll have it just a second. All right. With that, let's get through these names here. It is Matthias Hutt is in lane number 2 for Kentwood. Will Campbell is in lane number 3 for Grand Haven. Henry Wells for Kentwood is in 4. Bray Lung is in lane number 5 for Grand Haven. Benjamin Alabasic is in lane 6 for the Falcons. Levi Ruster is in lane number 7 for Grand Haven. And Owen Yatkoyas is in lane number 8. This is his first time in lane 8. Little bit of a dramatic pause in lane number 2 there. Seeing some more flip turns. And it is taking first place. Levi Ruster with a time of 58.19. Will Campbell goes 1:00.5. Third place, 1:01.41 is Lung. Fourth place is Henry, who goes 1:08.63. Let's take a look at the scoreboard for those of you at home who missed it. Look at that. You see all the scores up there as we're still waiting for Owen, and his first time ever. He was hoping to go sub 140, and he goes 132.35. Holy cow. Now Matthias Hutt, who was hoping to go sub 150, it's going to be close. He's inside the flags. 2 pulls to go. Hits the wall at 147.45. Oh, my goodness gracious. Great balls of fire. Another personal best. Wow. Now we will have one heat of the 100-yard backstroke. And in that one heat, it will be Finn Carter from Grand Haven in lane number 1. Grayson Tinkelberg is in lane number 2 from Kentwood. Luke Radke for Grand Haven's in lane 3. Josh Barnes is in lane number 4 for Kentwood. Jack Wilgenberg is in lane number 5 for Grand Haven. Jack Bacon is in lane number 6 for Kentwood. Charlie Wiseman is in lane number 7 for Grand Haven. And Trey Chana is in lane 8 for the Falcons. Two laps, 4 wall touches of the backstroke. Now, if you want to watch a good backstroke race, make sure you come back for the high school, as Chase Sutherland's going to be going for his Miska cut today in the 100-yard backstroke. Will he get it? Only MyKoi knows for sure. And we're at the halfway mark. It looks like Luke Radke at 37.16. Followed by Jack Wilgenberg at 42.57. And they are working their way back to you, babe. And taking it, Radke goes 1:16.26. That is a nearly 2-second drop there for Radke. In second place, it's going to be Wilgenberg, who goes 130.85. Third place is going to go Wiseman, 134.04. That's a personal best. Fourth place is Josh Barnes, 137.31. That's a personal best by a second. Boy, we're seeing personal bests dropping like flies. Both teams have had a plethora of personal bests, and that's what we like to see. Makes this fun. Might even have time here. As Grayson hits the wall. But again, our winner, Luke Radke from Grand Haven, who hits the wall at 116.26 to capture the W. That's going to bring us up to our final individual event of the afternoon. That's going to be the 100-yard, 2 laps, 4 wall touches of the breaststroke. We will have 1 and 1 only heat of the breaststroke. Griffin Brown is in lane number 1. Shane Scheim is in lane number 2. Valerian Miller is in lane number 3. Christian Perez Lycia is in lane 4. Steely Wharton Bickley is in lane number 5. Daniel Hutt is in lane 6. And Liam Deaton is in lane 7. And they are coming up on the first turn. This one could be a dandy. We are super excited to see the times on this one. Let's get us in a position to see more of it here. Leading the way, looks like lane 4 right now at the first, at the 50. That's Perez Lycia. He is at 38.89. He's en route to a personal best. Can he hold it? No, you're fine. They're making their way back right now. This one could be a Jim Dandy of a finish here. We've been looking for one of those photo finishes, and this could be it. And it is real close. Looks like lane 3's got the lead. Let's switch it so you can see it. Miller looks like he's got a body length lead, and Miller hits the wall at 124.72. That is a 10-second drop. Holy cow. And a personal best as well for Christian as he gets second place there with a time of 125.80. Third place is going to go to Liam Deaton. Deaton goes 133.86. He drops 5 seconds. Holy guacamole, Batman. Some great swims once again. Griffin Brown goes 141.55. That's a half a second drop. I'm telling you, good googly moogly. This is outstanding. It's a lot like watching a Will Trout run a race, swim a race. And that's going to bring us up to our final. That's right, our final event of this first of our swim dive doubleheader, the 200-yard freestyle relay. Each swimmer will swim 50 yards. We have A, B, and C for both teams, both Grand Haven and Kentwood. The Kentwood C is in lane 2, Grand Haven B is in lane 3, Kentwood A is in 4, Grand Haven A is in 5, Kentwood B is in 6, and the Grand Haven C is in lane 7. We're missing a lane 7 person. They want to give everybody else a head start. That's how good they are in lane 7. And we're off. Down and back for all 4 swimmers. Let's take a look at the names here of the swimmers. It's Scheim, Tinkelberg, Hutt, and Hutt for lane number 2. Fusa, Scugilia, Lung, Campbell, and Deaton in lane 3. Alabasic, Bacon, Rasmus, and Hess in lane 4. Tepkis, Wilgenberg, Ruster, and Radke in 5. Barnes, Jotkois, Shivoy, I beg your pardon, and Shauna in lane 6, followed by Ryder, Wiseman, Hoffmeyer, and Casper the Friendly Ghost, to be determined later in lane number 7. At the first exchange, the 2A teams are 1-2. Grand Haven B right now is in the lead. Second place is the Kentwood A. Then the Grand Haven A. Exchanges a plethora. And back in the water once again. Coming up on the exchange, Bingo Bango Boingo. Tough to say who's got the lead right now. We're going to take a look and transition back into the finish side here. The best seed time, this is coming in right now, and taking the W in lane number 3 with a time of 2:03.46 with a personal best. The Grand Haven team of Fuzz, Scuglia, Lung, Campbell, and Deaton. They again go 2:03.46 to capture first place. The Grand Haven B team gets second, the A team gets second. They go 2:09.73. Third place is the Kentwood B team. They go 2:19.96. And then the Kentwood A team goes 2:20.16. We're finishing up right now. They're on their way in. People photobombing left and right. Everybody wants to be in the picture. And now all we're waiting for is a final score. And we'll call this one to conclusion. Let's take a look at the scoreboard here real quick. Heading up there right now. There you see it. Oh, yes. Coach Jock Ambrose telling everybody a spectacular job, which it was today. Yep. And folks, that is it. 57 minutes. And I think we started about 4 minutes late. So that is a great time for a middle school meet. That will allow Grand Haven to hopefully get ahead, just ahead of rush hour, and have a little bit safer of a trip home. But some great swims today here for the Grand Haven squad. Congratulations as they pull off the W here today over the Kentwood Middle School team. I want to thank you all for joining us. We will have our next Kentwood Middle School meet on the YouTube network. It'll be taking place next Thursday, 1 week from Thursday. That's a home meet, and it'll be another high school, middle school doubleheader, and that will be taking place 1 week from Thursday. That's going to just about wrap it up here again today. A big shout out to my director and producer, Chase Joseph. I'm Joey Sutherland. Until next time, thanks for watching, everybody. Have a wonderful evening, and hope you tune in for the boys high school meet. We'll be on the air for that one in about 48 minutes and 37 seconds, approximately. Until then, thanks for watching. Go Falcons.